What if everything you've been told about human nature is wrong? What if we're not driven by unconscious urges or programmed by our environment, but by something far more profound? In the 1950s, two psychologists stood up and said, "We've got this backwards." Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow looked at the dominant theories of their time, Freud's dark unconscious, Skinner's behavioral conditioning, and asked a different question. Not what's wrong with people, but what's right with them. This became humanistic psychology, and it changed everything. Humanistic theory rests on one radical idea. Humans are not broken machines waiting to be fixed. We are growing organisms, constantly reaching towards something. Maslow called it self-actualization, the drive to become the fullest version of yourself. Not survival, not pleasure, not approval, but becoming. Think about it. A child doesn't learn to walk because someone rewards them. They do it because something inside them wants to stand up. An artist doesn't create to impress anyone. They create because not creating feels like suffocating. That pull, that quiet, persistent voice saying more, that's what humanistic psychology is built on. But here's the problem. Most of us never listen to it. Rogers discovered something unsettling in his work as a therapist. People spent their entire lives performing, trying to meet expectations, playing roles. Parent, employee, partner. All carefully constructed, all designed to earn love. Rogers called this the gap between the real self and the ideal self. The person you are, and the person you think you need to be. And when that gap gets too wide, you stop feeling real. Here's the twist. Rogers found that the solution wasn't to try harder. It wasn't discipline or willpower or self-improvement. It was the opposite. He called it unconditional positive regard, being fully accepted, not for what you achieve, but for what you are. When people experience this even just once, in therapy they changed. Not because someone told them how to change, but because they finally felt safe enough to stop pretending. And when you stop pretending, you start becoming. Think about the last time someone truly saw you. Not your resume, not your highlight reel. You. Didn't something in you relax? Didn't you feel, just for a moment, like you could breathe? Humanistic theory isn't a cure. It's a compass. It says, you already know the direction. You've always known. The question is whether you'll trust it. Maslow studied the healthiest, most fulfilled people he could find. Artists, scientists, leaders, and he found they all had one thing in common. They stopped asking, what should I be? And started asking, what am I becoming? So here's the question that stays with you. If no one was watching, who would you be? Subscribe if you enjoy understanding the human mind. Bye for now.